Welcome, all you plus two comedy modifiers, back to Blueprints. We join back with my live stream already in progress.
Anyway, we'll do this. That was weird. All right, we'll run in here, see what we got, make a guess, and then we're going to run back. That's the plan. Ooh, I got a bunch of keys, but because I have the electromagnet, I don't know how many I got. I think I got 2, which makes me think bunk room. It was probably servants' quarters, because I have this and her ladyships as the 2 bedrooms. So it was a coin flip, really. But hey, more keys. How nice. Okay, we are going to run back to this area for science reasons, because we want to know. Because right now there are 4 in our house. 1, 2, 3. So, because I was expecting to see 3 doors. The doors I walked in, the door I had when I walked in, the utility closet, and oh no, the rotunda's one, isn't it? I have to get real close to my screen. Or just do this. No, the rotunda's not one. So when I came in here, or when I originally drafted, I had the laboratory and I had the utility box. So I was expecting there to be 2 doors. And since then I've drafted security and the boiler room. So I'm expecting there to be 5 doors, because I also have the mandatarium, right? Yeah. Is there 5 doors? Did I just miscount? 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Now I'm confused. I'm thinking that maybe one of these counted as a... Yeah. All right, well, we'll see. We'll start by going down. Let's see if we can get to the conference room. Wouldn't that be something? It'll make me burn all my keys too, huh? All right, let's do this. This will get me close to it. I might not draft out. I might draft this way first, because I have to come back this way, unless I make it to the conference room, but I have to go back this way anyway. And I have no gems, and I don't want to, lose the chance to draft something cool. Oh, this room gave me nothing. Nothing. Give me the walk-in closet. Give me the walk-in closet or the boudoir, which will give me, a bunch of stacks. Or let me continue on to the conference room. That's what I want, please. I think I go with I have to go with the tunnel, because I have no other choice. Because I can't, because I'd love to knock this off. There's no, how do I access my axe? Did I spend it already? I'm going to have to look through it. Sometimes there's crap in this room, like a dig spot. Got a sweet $1. It's a weird thing to have coming out. Ah! I have how much money? $18? $18 is good. I have no idea where this gem is that I lost. But I have somehow misplaced a gem. Oh well. Alright. We gotta run back. I have no gems. No way of getting gems currently. Alright, let's see. Let's see what happens here. I also need a kitchen. Maybe the dormitory for steps. I'm actually gonna grab the dormitory. God, I have a lot of dead ends this time. Hey, globe. Whee! Yeah. Dorm is so small. I just want to see something. Is this the one that has the spreaders of puzzles, guides to tomorrow rooms, mechanical rooms? Yeah, I haven't even done that. I could go. Yeah, this actually tells you, like, if the furnace is drafted within a first few ranks of a freezer, within the few ranks of the freezer, then the temperature will start rising and everything will melt, including your assets. Your assets? If the temperature gets too high, refreezing will no longer be possible. Nothing is... I'm also starting to think. Yeah, I got a nice. I got my steps, but I am starting to think that I might not get the gallery today, especially because I have no gems. So upsetting. I need gems, so I think I'm gonna actually do this, get gems, and then we'll exit through the boiler room and hope for the best. Or I'll just die here. Those are the two options. All right, here we go. Only one statement is true. Okay, if that either this is the one true statement or the other two are true and this is false. A box next to this box is true. Okay. A box next to this box contains gems. This is true, and is next to this box. This is false. Yeah, so it's right here. All right, cool. That was an easy one. I think we might have looped back around to the number of puzzles there are. And I think... God, it's just the two, huh? I thought I had more red rooms. I think I might have missed some of the harder ones because I drafted them on days when I had the bracelet, so I didn't bother. Okay, so we got to go to the boiler room. There's two ways out of the boiler room, but really just one way out of the boiler room because it's a pain in the ass to get the other way out of the boiler room. Let's see if we have been blessed with a dig spot today. Yeah, I think it's... nope, there's a dig spot. I heard the dogs bark at least. So at least I opened a door, but... Alright. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. Alright. I am at the point where, like, I'm starting to be like, I'm running out of time. I don't think I'm going to accomplish all the things I'd like to accomplish. I must have already pulled that. So if I were to get, like, the coat closet or, like, the freezer now, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, fine. This remained open, that's good. January 2nd, 0122. Saying that out loud again. If I were to also get, like, the laundry room next, I would totally do that just for... There we go. Man, don't want to lose half my steps right now. This has power. It requires a gem, but this requires power. Let's see what it does. Let's do it. It is the laundry room. There should be a place for me to dig here. Oh, and oh man, I can do a super launder if I want to. Interesting to think about. But in the, oh god, this was really not clear. Here it is. Sweet. How wonderful. This worked out fine. I was going to say great, but fine. So how much money do I have? I have $18, 1 gem, and 5 keys. Oh, shit! Okay. It didn't mean to actually hit it. Shit. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna have to just launder it back. Yeah, just launder it back. I spent a stupid amount of money, but I have to. Because I don't want to walk into archives and fall asleep. Is there anything that turns gems? This is kind of a good idea. Oh no, let's just go. Let's grab a bunch of gems. I don't have anything I want to buy right now, so yeah, let's do this. I think I might have misread that, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay. Oh no, it's so much to read. Ooh, that's great though. Let's go ahead and take a picture of this. Alrighty. So I should be able to solve that now. That should be enough. I just need to know what color things are. Alright. How much time do I have? Do I have time to read all this? I have almost no time. I'm going to leave this to player or to editor Noah to read this, because I do not have time for this. But we'll take a quick moment to look at a picture here. See if there's anyone that looks familiar there.
Hey, it's me, Editor Noah. The reading hood is on, so you know that this is Editor Noah. And we're going to read this. So let me take a look. Just for the record, I have not read this before, so reactions will be in real time, if that matters to you. Let's take a read. Peace terms of surrender have been accepted. This is March 10th, 1886. Alrighty. The red flags fly over the capital was a bittersweet sight of comfort for many of the realm's war-weary citizens. After 22 years, the war lasted 22 years, not an entire era, 22 years. That's important for the final exam. Peace had come at last. We, the staff of the Reddington Herald, join all of its citizens of Reddington in welcoming this new era of peace and formally reacting and disavowing all prior printed support of House Decillus. That's the guy who they didn't like. So this is when the realm went from the black flag to the red flag. Royals flee in defeat. For shame. Oh, you cowardly coattails. I thought it said cocktails for a minute. I was like, ooh, I could go with a cocktail. For shame, O you cowardly coattails! In our most trying hour we clung, and in yours you ran. In his first public address, the end of the war, the victorious leader of the Fen army, General Teskin, did not express sympathy for his fallen enemy. So that's the name of the general. Noted. The royal family's departure was not unexpected, as rumors of their plans to flee the neighboring realm of Erja had been circulating even before World's End. However, the suddenness of their departure has left many of their supporters feeling abandoned. It is a disgrace, a betrayal of the people they swore to protect. They have fled to foreign lands, seeking comfort and refuge while their people suffer and struggle to rebuild. This is not the kind of leadership we need. We need leaders who will stand with us in times of adversity, who will not abandon as when we are afraid and are most vulnerable. All right, so I did kind of have the theory that the victory of the Fenaris, the red flags, was bad, and it was just being spun, and that's why the redactions happened. But now it seems like we are anti the red, or we are pro the red flag of Fenaris. We are pro the defeat of the black flag, which is not Orinaries, because Orinaries is red or is blue. I forget what it was called, but it is a fallen realm. All right. Let's see what's on the next page.
Okay.
December 9th, 1924. Player Noah is going to say that is a picture of Simon / me being born. That's clearly not the case here. It is 1924. And Simon is 13 in 1993. All right. Decellus princess born in exile. In the 4 decades since the end of the war, news has reached our news desk regarding former royals whose life in exiles remains a quiet source of speculation and mystery. Prince Hrauf, the grandson of Decellus IV, broke his silence on Tuesday when he announced the birth of his daughter, the Princess Kathleen J. Ari. Okay, there's a bust of her in the foyer. That's interesting. Who, in keeping with the Arjun tradition, was endowed with her mother's surnames. Close supporters of... Okay, so I guess that would mean that the mother was not of royal. Like, this is Decellus... Sorry for the weird noise. This is Decellus coming in and running away to this realm and taking a wife. Is my understanding of what I'm supposed to be taking away from this. So this continues on page 6, which I guess is right next to it. Close supporters of the exiled family are, of course, concerned, as this public announcement displays a noble shift in their conduct for the royals and sets the stage for the family to exit private life and return once again to the public sphere. A change that would undoubtedly stir up long-buried allegiances and unrest in our realm. All right, so just to be clear, the previous page was 1886, and this is 1924. So it is nearly 40 years. It's 38 years later. So how old was this dude when he's having kids? Like 60? Ugh.
this picture. That's probably me. All right. Also, that date is probably important, so I'm just going to write that down real quick while Editor Noah reads. 12/9. And also 01/11. All right. Ow.
January 11th, 1929. So this is 4 years later. Tensions rise on the southern border. The Crown's recent decision to dismantle the realm's remaining railways. All right, this is when the railways were destroyed. We're after the war, nearly or over 40 years after the war was over. The Crown's recent decision to dismantle the realm's remaining railways has caused increasing tensions with our southern neighbor, Erja, who has for many generations relied on our realm's rail tracks for northern passage to Arch Ares. The ensuing round of trade negotiations with Erja, which were conducted with reckless care and little diplomacy, have, to the surprise of no one, ended in an impasse. Early reports have alluded that in addition to the other demands, the Crown has requested that the asylum granted to the House of Delis be revoked. Interesting. So, 40 years after, more than 40 years after the war has ended, they start dismantling the railways to kill trade to Erja. That seems odd. Because there's clearly still bad blood here. That's a weird thing. Like, my gut instinct is this is here mostly to give me the answer on the quiz of when the railways were destroyed, which was January 11th. However, I don't understand why, after 40-some years, the people of Arch Ares are still demanding the blood of Daedalus. Like, I guess they're worried about the new princess that was born returning to power? Like, I believe that I am the Red Prince, which makes me think that perhaps this is my family that was run out. And that, because I haven't looked at the family tree in a while. Let me actually pull that up. Let me look up the family tree. This is a thing that I have written in my notebook, so I think it's okay for me to Google this. Blue Prince family tree. All right, so we'll throw this on stage. On screen while I stare at it. Okay, so Mary Epstein is my mom. Her parents were Claire Epson and Simon Sinclair. Simon is my father, or my grandfather, who I was named after. Hubert Sinclair, or Herbert Hubie, is my granduncle. I also think I have a brother named Hubie. Now, the Epsons are... Alright, so my mom had a brother named Lionel, and then Lord William Epson is her father, Lady... Okay. Now, I believe Claire Epstein is her ladyship. So when I go into her ladyship's chambers, that's where that's her room. That's why the walk-in closet also has a picture of her, because that's hers. I also believe that Simon Sinclair and Claire Epstein had a split. That's why the tree was cut down in front of the gate. Now, Simon's parents, my father Simon's parents, my grandfather Simon's parents, it's kind of hard to read in this picture. Marshall Thomas Sinclair. All right, this doesn't seem to be the Erja thing, but it is very suspicious now that I really look at this. I don't think I've ever really caught this. There's a picture missing. Lady Aramin, it's very blurry on my screen, I'm sorry, appears to have a sister. And that's right where it's ripped off. There's clearly another branch there, and there would be a person there, which makes me wonder if this is the princess that is born in Erja. I mean, that makes sense that that's where we're going with things. My fear is that, like, I am the rightful ruler of basically this whole area of Fenaris, of Erja, and Argeris. And that's the end of the game, is me claiming that throne. But that would have to mean that the war, where the black flags come down and the red flags come up, that the black flag was in the right. And I don't think that's the case. So it's very confusing. I think that's the last thing I had to read. Yes. All right. Player Noah, take us home.
All right, that's it. I can still draft out an archive, so let's at least do that and see if we get anything fun out of this. Because it's right here. I'm not going to do the boiler room puzzle because I don't like it. It makes me mad. Clock tower, because of the thing I wanted to look at. Right? Yeah, let's go to the clock tower. This way I'll have the other picture, and I'll be able to solve probably 2 sanctums tomorrow. Which will be a great way to start the stream. These will be the 2... Hey, Jen. Southward I see a swan. This poem bugs the crap out of me. So I'm going to take a picture of this as well. The thing is, it's not giving me any rays, so I actually don't know if I have enough information for this one. I have the dashes, so I should be able to use my book to figure out the rest here, but this also gives me extra. Yeah, this is great. This is great. I'm going to call it here. Here in the clock tower. See if falling asleep in the clock tower means anything. But very successful. Hopefully you enjoyed Editor Noah reading. Thank you so much for watching. Let's end. Call it a day, because I've definitely forgotten to save before, and that made me very upset. What type of place do I have? Clockwork Manor, 6 mechanical rooms. I should have run back to the mechanical room to see what's going on there. But okay. All right, end the day. Save and quit. Thank you so much for joining me for another edition of Blueprints. Be sure to subscribe right here to Plus2 Comedy Gaming, catch up on all my past live streams, and I will see you all next time. Boop.